and welcome to the First Light Newscast. I'm Talia Landry.
And I'm Melissa Hill. On Friday, December 9th, the U.S. Department of Justice and the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe filed a notice to appeal the federal district court ruling that challenged the federal government's authority to designate tribal land in Mashpee and Taunton as a reservation. The notices to appeal were filed with the First Circuit Court of Appeals in Boston, which will trigger the case to now be moved to a higher court. As the appeal moves forward, federal officials will also now consider whether the tribe is eligible to have its land held into trust under Category 1, which would establish that the tribe was under federal jurisdiction at the time of the 1934 law. The plaintiffs have 30 days after January 7th to respond, and the tribe will have another 15 days to respond to any challenges that the plaintiffs may submit. The Interior Department letter states that by the end of February, once the department has received all of the submissions, it will review the materials as well as any additional materials it determines necessary for its analysis and will prepare a decision on whether the tribe was under federal jurisdiction in 1934. We are hopeful that the judge will rule in our favor and we move forward in our construction of our First Light Resort and Casino.
In other news, the tribe has launched the nsn.gov domain on January 9th of this year. This domain supports our status as a native sovereign nation to the world. The tribe's new URL is mashpeewampanoagtribe-nsn.gov. All Mashpee Wampanoag tribal employees' emails have been changed to read firstname.lastname@mwtribe-nsn.gov. An example of mine is shown below.
FAFSA night took place earlier this month on January 17th. Unfortunately, there were not any participants, but we were able to sit down with the Assistant Director of the Education Department, Scott Shepard, to give us some more information on FAFSA and what to expect.
Basically, I am a student advocate, so I go to various schools and I look over IEPs and I make sure that the school systems are adhering to the IEPs. And I support them in any way that they need support to make sure that the kids are getting the services and receiving the services that they need to receive. FAFSA, basically it's aid that we get from the federal government that helps students with their college career. And it's something that they need to sign up for every semester so that they can get funding from the school. And basically there's three types of aids. There's grants, which you don't have to pay back. There are loans, which obviously you have to pay those back. And then there's the federal work-study money. That's there if students want to work, then they'll get money to help with their education as well. Schools have so much money, and once that money runs out and you apply late, then you might not get anything or as much. I was looking for the community to come out so basically they could see more of what I do and basically give them this opportunity so that they could get their kids signed up. We were going to go over to the computer, over to the other side where we have computers, and I was actually going to sit down with them and have them go through the process and get them signed up so they would be all set tonight. But no one showed. We have food here that's going to be donated to a local sober house, which I feel good about that. But we're going to try to do this again later on in the year. I just hope next time when we do events for the education department or any events that are held here at the tribal building that we're offering to the tribal community, that they come out and they take advantage of it. I don't want our community to feel ashamed or afraid to come out because they don't know. There are no dumb questions. I encourage you to ask those questions. You're safe with me, so you come in and ask any questions, and if I don't have the answer, I certainly will find that answer for you. And just remember, failing to plan is planning for failure.
EdFest is right around the corner on Friday, February 3rd from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Community and Government Center. This event is a great opportunity to get out of the cold, meet the Education Department staff, and learn about the many services and opportunities the department has to offer, including college counseling, tutoring, educational advocacy, internship stipends, scholarships, cultural education, and much more. Not only will there be food, bouncy houses, and free raffles, different institutions are setting up tables to provide some information about themselves for tribal students. For more information, contact Education Director Natana Greendeer at 508-477-0208, extension 149, or at natana.greendeer@mwtribe-nsn.gov. A few tribal elders and Youth Council Representative Shanoa Peters took a bus up to Boston the day after Trump's inauguration to participate in the Boston Women's March. Tribal Administrator Leslie Jonas was one of the keynote speakers for the event, where she had some of the elders accompany her on stage.
To our younger women has to be that we can help continue to pave the way for a unified front on these two most fundamental but most important issues. Kitapatanamu, peace, and be well.
Now we'll send it over to Kobe Howerton for our update from the youth.
Thanks, Talia. The Wampanoag Language Reclamation Project's Makayasuk moved to sovereign tribal land on the Mashpee Wampanoag Reservation in late November 2016. With language in mind, new classes have been announced. Makayasuk parent-teacher organization meetings are held Thursdays from 7 o'clock p.m. to 8:30 p.m. in the language classroom at the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribal Community and Government Center on the following dates: Thursday, January 5th, February 2nd, March 9th, April 13th, May 11th, and Thursday, June 1st. Further upcoming language classes for anyone living in a Wampanoag household are as follows. Beginning workbook classes are being held on Tuesday evenings from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. at the Mashpee Wampanoag Language Office. There are no prerequisites for this class. It starts Tuesday, January 3rd and ending on Tuesday, March 7th with Tia Pockner as the instructor. Animate and transitive workbook classes are held on Tuesday evenings from 7 o'clock p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The prerequisite for this class is a completed beginner workbook. It starts Tuesday, January 3rd and ending Tuesday, March 21st with Tia Pockner as the instructor. The Nican After School program is pleased to announce there are open slots during February school vacation week, Tuesday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This program is for tribal students in grades K through 6 and is being offered by the Mashpee Wampanoag Education Department, Youth Department, and Language Department. The purpose of Nican is to provide fun language, culture, academic, and enrichment activities in a safe community environment in order to enrich students' lives culturally, socially, and academically. Register online or pick up an application at the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe Community and Government Center. The fee for February vacation is $20. If you would like more information, please contact Darlene Scott, Youth Programs Coordinator, at 508-477-0208, extension 164, or you can email her at darlene.scott@mwtribe-nsn.gov. And that is all for the youth update now. Back to you, Melissa.
Thanks, Kobe. The Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe Emergency Preparedness Department is still updating the MWT Emergency Alert Notification System. The Massachusetts Health and Homeland Alert Network is a vital notification alert system that is currently used to provide notifications and updates to tribal members. All that is required is a phone number and an email address. If you wish to be a part of the notification system, please provide this information to Nelson Andrews, Emergency Management Director at 774-327-8367 or nelson.andrews@mwtribe.nsn.com.
Also, the Emergency Preparedness Department has teamed up with the American Red Cross for a new program that is delivering and installing new free smoke and carbon monoxide detectors to tribal households in Barnstable, Plymouth, and Bristol counties. If you are in need of a new smoke and carbon monoxide detector, please contact Nelson Andrews, or you can contact Alyssa Hathaway at 508-477-5800, extension 13, or at alyssa.hathaway@mwtribe-nsn.gov.
The Wampanoag Ball Committee is pleased to announce that the 21st Annual Wampanoag Ball will be held on Saturday, March 11th at the Resort and Conference Center of Hyannis. This year's theme is Solidarity, All Nations Stand as One. Tickets will be available for purchase by February 1st, 2017. General admission is $40, tribal elders are $30, and any ticket purchased at the door will be $50. General admission folks can purchase tickets at our Community and Government Center, and all elders can purchase their tickets from Elders Department Director Joanne Fry. Also, nominations for the 2017 Osamiquin, Wampanoag Business and Leadership, Alice May Lopez, and Louis Gerritz Spirit Awards are being accepted. You can find a nomination form through the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribal website or at the Community and Government Center front lobby.
The Mashpee Wampanoag Housing Commission is still looking to fill 3 open seats. The Housing Commission is tasked with policy-level goals, determinations, and review to guide the Housing Department. Duties and responsibilities of the Housing Commission include, but are not limited to, creating the Indian Housing Plan, policies, enforcement of housing-related tribal law, department oversight, and regulatory compliance. The Commission meets every 3rd Monday of the month at the Community and Government Center and on an as-needed basis. If you're interested in serving as a Housing Commissioner, send a letter of interest to Francie Doughton, the Executive Administrative Assistant to the Chairman, at francie.doughton@mwtribe-nsn.gov.
The Elders Judiciary Committee is looking for letters of interest from elders who would be interested in serving on the Elders Judiciary Committee. We currently have 1 open position. Please send all letters of interest to the Elders Judiciary Committee, 483 Great Neck Road South, Mashpee, Mass. 02649.
The Natural Resources Department is looking for interns interested in climate change research and work. They are working through their AmeriCorps to offer this internship with a paid stipend. Any local tribal members interested in this internship, please contact the Natural Resources Department Director, Casey Thornbrew, at 508-477-0208, extension 131, or at casey.thornbrew@mwtribe-nsn.gov.
Tribal elections are right around the corner. On February 12th, all enrolled tribal members are encouraged to come out and vote for a chairperson, vice chairperson, secretary, treasurer, and 1 tribal council member. Candidates were given the opportunity to come into our Mashpee TV studios to address a candidate statement. These are the candidates that were willing and available.
My name is Tobey Jr., and I'm running for chairman of the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe. As chairman, tribal members will be my #1 priority. The most unselfish personal act I can do as chairman is to work full-time for no pay. I will do this because it is important to restore the integrity and respect of elected officials. I will also pledge as chairman to do more for the tribe while working for no pay than the current chairman will do for the tribe at his present annual salary of $178,000. As your chairman, I will work to establish additional programs to address the opioid crisis within our families, such as 24-hour on-call services, outreach and mobile services, and long-term transitional programs for our at-risk tribal members. Provide additional elder services and elder activities, including bingo and employment opportunities. Provide affordable housing for tribal members by utilizing the HUD program, and also build elder housing through grant-funded programs. Fix the enrollment process by amending the enrollment ordinance. Create a grant-funded child care program that helps young adults pursuing their educational and professional goals, as well as providing safe after-school programs and mentor and internship programs for our tribal teens. Pursue economic development, including a casino that will provide tribal members with training, jobs, and per capita checks as soon as possible. I will work to secure the land and trust in Mashpee and in Taunton. I will work for you to exercise your Aboriginal rights without interference. I commit to improving communication between the tribe, the town of Mashpee, the city of Taunton, the Commonwealth, and the federal government. I will lead a tribal council that is fiscally responsible and puts tribal members' interests ahead of their own personal interests. I am Tobey Jr. I'm running for chairman of the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe, and I'm asking for your vote on February 12th. Thank you, and God bless you.
Hello, I'm Cedric Cromwell, your tribal chairman of the Great Mashpee Wampanoag Tribal Nation and the Great Mashpee Wampanoag people. It's been my pleasure and honor to serve you as your tribal chairman. Along this journey, we will continue to move forward together. Make no mistake, we're in a race to save our tribal sovereignty, our tribal trust lands, our tribal economic development, and all the necessary important services for our tribal elders, children, youth, and everyone in our tribal community. You know, it's been a pleasure, again, serving as your tribal chairman over the past 8 years. When I first became tribal chairman, we had about $1 million in funding, and today we have over $20 million in funding that are providing the necessary services and programs to our tribal community. In fact, when I first became tribal chairman, we had about 20 employees, and now we have 130 employees, 98% of tribal employment through the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe for our Mashpee Wampanoag people. This is a very exciting time for our people as we move forward with Land into Trust. As we have a new Secretary of the Department of Interior who's responsible for Indian Affairs, I've reached out to begin to make new relationships with them. Certainly under the old administration, I built forward-moving relationships that certainly advance all our sovereignty issues like Land into Trust. Make no mistake, we will move forward with Project First Light Resort and Casino in the great city of Taunton that will provide more infrastructure for our people, more jobs, and eventually we'll be able to do per capita distributions for our people. So this is a very exciting time. In the middle of a race, you do not pass your baton to anybody that's unexperienced, especially when they say they can do a better job and they have no track record. Make no mistake, being tribal chairman is a full-time job, and in fact, it's not a 9-to-5 job, it's a 24/7 job. Tribal chairman is a job in which you have to answer the call for your tribal nation at all times to continue to provide solutions and lift your tribal nation forward. Bear in mind, there's another candidate that says he's running for tribal chairman and he will work for free. That's Tobey Jr. And in fact, when he was vice chair, he was the same guy that proposed and voted on to get himself a raise. So we can't speak with forked tongue, folks. And in fact, he was the same guy that spent millions and millions of dollars on a failed tribal state compact in which he tried to negotiate away our tribal rights, our Aboriginal rights, and in fact, that was a failure. But I'm here to say today we are very successful. Under my leadership, we have a very important tribal state compact that allows us to do the highest level of gaming in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Project First Light in the city of Taunton will move forward. We will be able to provide more jobs, more programs and services, build more infrastructure, put in place the necessary and very important housing over on Meeting House Road. We've already began that. We've spent millions of dollars in infrastructure. A lot of the infrastructure is in place. And in 2017, we'll begin building homes on the Meeting House Road property for our tribal members, especially starting out for our elders. Elders have had a great year where we've provided much infrastructure for them. We've provided much infrastructure for our youth. And as we focus on the opioid crisis, you will be hearing more from me on that. We're going to have more programs and services. But actually, what I'm truly here to say is that I love you all. Kawamanash in our language means that I love you. I look forward to your vote on February 12, 2017 at the tribal elections to continue another 4 years as we continue to move forward together as your tribal chairman for the great Mashpee Wampanoag Tribal Nation. Aho.
Good evening. My name is Anne Marie Askew. I am a member of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe, and I would like to thank you for this night to give us the opportunity to tell you to come out and vote on February 12th. I am running for tribal secretary, and what my current responsibilities are with the tribe, I am currently the transportation coordinator, and before the transportation coordinator, I was the emergency preparedness coordinator, where I was responsible for outreach for our tribal members. My primary goal was our elderly and our vulnerable tribal members. And I am the daughter of Frederick A. Peters and Edna Peters of Mashpee, lifelong residents, and I come from the Pocknick and Peters family, strong ties to tribal, all of the tribal works that have come from the land suit right up until our current affairs. Currently, I would say come out and vote for me because I'm reliable, I'm honest, I'm dedicated, I'm a communicator, I'm a committed person, I'm a leader, I have problem-solving skills, I have been involved with a number of tribal committees. I have been a past member of the Enrollment Committee. I am also a member of the Mashpee Wampanoag Powwow Committee for the past 2 years. I'm also been on the TAP Committee, which is the Tribal Action Plan. And what that is that Currently, we have an epidemic with drug abuse, opiate abuse, which most communities on the Cape Cod are battling right now. So that is a very important committee, and hopefully that will be around for a long time. Unfortunately, we need that committee. And also, I currently serve on the Advisory Council Committee Coastline Elderly Services of New Bedford, which we have a lot of tribal members that currently reside in New Bedford. And this is an excellent outreach where I go out into the community and I get them all of the resources that they could possibly use. So they're there and they're available, and I'm looking forward to assisting our tribal members that live out in Bristol County. I would also like to take the opportunity to encourage you to come out and vote February 12th, 2017. Come out and vote for the anointed and you will not be disappointed, Anne Marie Peters Askew. And I just want to take time to thank you for tuning in and giving us this platform, this opportunity for all of the candidates to come out, because what I have been taught is to build up one another and not to tear anyone down in spite of. We are a tribal nation, and what I say is we're going to build a greater nation. Thank you very much.
Wanikisak, Natasawis, Winata Inane, Nutamas, Mashpee, Wampanoag. I'm one who walks alone. I'm Mashpee Wampanoag. David Weeden is my Christian name, and I'm seeking a seat on our tribal council. For those that don't know me, I'm the middle son of Patricia Patsy Turner and Everett Tall Oak Weeden, grandson to Harriet and Seaman Turner. My mom was born in the front room of the parsonage and lived in Mashpee until she married my dad. She always spoke of the wonderful times growing up here. I've listened to the elders' stories and want our tribal community to resemble their experiences. Acquiring an associate's degree in architectural, building, and engineering studies has provided me with the skills to think outside the box and hone talents in problem solving, solution-based thinking. I've worked as a cultural educator, laborer, mason, foreman, draftsman, powwow director, clerk of the works, and currently work for the tribe as a deputy tribal historic preservation officer. Those that know me know that if they ever need me, I'll be there. I generally enjoy helping people, so when asked to do a task, I put my mind to it and go to work. I don't make excuses, I do my best, and I take full responsibility for the end results. I try to participate and support all activities within the tribal community whenever possible. It is well known that our tribal members used to govern this town. Since the mid-70s, tribal representation has been non-existent in the town politics. As a result, in May 2016, I ran for a town planning board seat and was elected to the board. I also sit as a tribal appointed commissioner on the Cape Cod Commission. I grew up and have lived within 3 Native communities over the course of my life. This has provided a unique perspective on tribal governance. I'm well grounded in traditional beliefs and culture, and I will offer that at the table. Traditional values need to guide our self-governance to ensure a strong future for the generations to come. We need to strengthen our tribe as we are developing a more sustainable future as a tribal nation. I humbly ask for your support on February 12th, 2017. Thank you. Have a good night.
Hi, my tribal family. My name is Laura Etta Miranda. My born given name is Laura Etta Tobey. My native name is Caring One. My parents, Cecilia and Edgar Tobey, has given me the foundation in order to move forward to help other people. I want to start off by saying it's an honor to have served at Tribal Council for 4 years. And while on Tribal Council, I never sat at that seat by myself. I sat with our ancestors and the wisdom of our elders, and to protect our future generations. I've been married to my husband Warren for 33 years. I have 3 amazing daughters, Victoria, Rachel, and Chelsea. The foundation that was laid by our ancestors is huge. Our traditions, our culture, giving to one another, our land, protection of our land, protection of one another is something that I live by. I want to come before you today and humbly ask for your support. The drug epidemic that is killing our people. We as a people need to stand together and have the people that are in the front line, not the people guessing or trying to guess on how to help. We need to help our family members also with support. We need to help them to understand that it's a disease. We need to put things in place to make sure that all of our people are taken care of. And it doesn't depend on your last name. It depends on the blood that you were given when you were born. Our school systems, the court systems, the support that our people need is something I plan on continually giving. And if elected, I will do my homework, as I have done in the past. I will read those documents. And if they are not 100% for the benefit of our people as a whole, I will vote no. I will ask the hard questions. I will work my hardest to unite our youth and our elders. Because when I look at our youth and they're lost, I want to help them to regain their strength also. I ask for your support on February 12th, and thank you.
With that being said, we encourage all voting tribal members to really do your research this election. As you can see, all the candidates did not take the opportunity to shoot a candidate statement. This 2017 election is so important, not only because these are executive seats, but because of where we are as a tribe today. We are in the middle of an ongoing litigation challenging our land to trust. The First Light Resort and Casino construction has been halted. We are in a constant battle of the opioid epidemic affecting our community, and just the potential harm that this new Trump administration has with federally recognized tribes is so much to consider. Please don't let popularity or hearsay of others determine your candidate. Reach out to these individuals, find out their platform, initiatives, and opinions to the questions that you want answered. At the end of the day, we are all family. We are all one unified nation. The candidates that we elect to take on these seats have a duty to fight and vote in a way that benefits our community as a whole.
Again, voting will be held at the Community and Government Center on Sunday, February 12th. From 1 to 2 p.m., enrolled elders and disabled persons will have the first opportunity to vote. Then, from 2 to 4, all enrolled elders, disabled, and other tribal members can vote. Registered voters are required to provide a federal, state, or Mashpee tribal government-issued identification card.
And that is all for our First Light News Update. We will continue the monthly update, so if you have any announcements you wish to be covered, contact me at talyalandry23@gmail.com or MTV's General Manager, Bill Ney, at bill@mashpeetv.com.
See you next time.